Hello, this is Jilly Bling. Today I'm doing something a little bit different. If you order in January, I'd love to send you a free card kit. A $50 plus order will get you a card kit, and a $75 order will get you a free card kit and a package of embellishments. So here's what the card kit looks like. And this is using the Terrific Toadstool stamp set. Actually, it's a bundle including a punch, and I'll show you that in just a minute. And here's a different one. So it'll be one of like this combination of papers. And if you're thinking, I don't know about the Terrific Toadstool, that's fine, because you could always flip the papers over, and there's one side that's got heavy print on it, and the other side that's a little bit calmer, such as this one. And if you have Spotlight on Nature stamp set, you know it's a must-have stamp set. And this is a little bit more toward the elegant side. The other one is a little bit more playful and fun. And before you think, oh, I kind of like Terrific Toadstool, if you have anyone in your life that's in their 20s or 30s, toadstools or mushrooms, they're all the rage. I went over to my kid's house and for Christmas, and guess what was on their shower curtain? Mushrooms. And they're just decorated all over. I see everyone's tree. Somebody had a mushroom tree, so it's kind of trendy right now. So even if you're kind of on the fence about it, people in your life that you would give a card to, they would love it. If you're more toward, I don't have that age people and I just like elegant and flowers, which I admit I do, you can substitute the mushroom set for any stamp set you have, because you could put any floral image here, or even what's that one More Year, and it has the cake, the bottle of wine, and the dog. You could substitute that right here on the front and then have a nice greeting, and maybe the birthday cake here, and then just the dog and the cake as a background. So don't rule it out, because there's all kinds of ways you can make it work. And sometimes when you're pushed on color combos, like this one, I was thinking freesia, yeah, I guess I could do freesia flowers. I did Highland Heather flowers and freesia, and then an opposite color, really bright. It works. So sometimes it's kind of a test in what you can do. So today's project, I want to use the Terrific Toadstool bundle. And looking at these, this is the first one I did, and I used 3 different colors for the mushrooms. I used Pumpkin Pie, Poppy Parade, and Melon Mambo. And it turned out great. The colors are in the papers. And then I thought on the next one, you know what, I'm going to calm it down a little bit. And looking at these papers, I see Pumpkin Pie and Melon Mambo is the primary, the strongest, the heaviest colors. Therefore, I used the fresh freesia just to pick up the little details. And because I used all the same color mushrooms, except this one, I think it works pretty well. So today I want to do that on today's card, maybe 2 color mushrooms. So this is how your kit will come in the mail. And there is a little bit of twine, a label for right here, and some embellishments. These are just little green dots. And it looks like, oh, it's already all assembled, but this is temporary adhesive where you just give it a twist and it comes off. So let's get this started to be assembled. And you'll see it goes pretty quick. Not too quick so it's not any fun, but at least you know where all the pieces go. Because sometimes if I put all these pieces into that bag, you'd say, what do I do? So the temporary adhesive helps out. This needs to be closer. And if you're going to make this on your own, the paper cut sizes are in the video description. And on my blog, which is jillybling.com, I have photos of all the finished projects. The one using the mushrooms and the other one using Spotlight on Nature, the floral. Okay, and then this paper, I'm going to wrap the ribbon around it. Maybe I should have done, let me see if I can lift up all these. Ooh, maybe, lucky. I'm going to wrap the ribbon around all of these all together, somewhat like this one right here. Oh, but this is cute. Okay, maybe this way. Okay, back down they go. Tony's out in the yard blowing leaves, the last of the leaves. We had like a windstorm here the other day. Okay, so where's that little ribbon? Let's wrap that around. So this, it's made to wrap around this size right here. This one, I was trying to shake it up a little bit, do it a bit different. So, to do that, I'm going to tie a knot in the end. Okay, get it good and tight. Okay, then I'm going to get tear tape. Tear tape. Probably should have done it the easier way. Well, that's easy. If you want to do it that way, you know exactly how to do it. Not that this way is hard. The paper is really cute though. The paper is in the mini catalog, starting January. Okay, so wrap it around. Then I'm going to cut it. And use this piece across the top so it looks like it's wrapped around twice. It's not quite big enough. It's big enough to go the other way. But if you're going to be a little fancy, doing it this way works better. You know, we have to be creative. Hold it down with tear tape just because it holds really well. Okay. And then that's going to go on with dimensionals. No stamping on that one, just stamping on the little label. So what color are you going to do your mushrooms? I'm thinking Poppy Parade and Pumpkin Pie. Okay, so the first panel is done. Now this panel just needs to be attached. Then this piece, so I'm using Pebbled Path for the card base and gray granite gray. So I'm gonna do this top, this inside with the little ladybug. So there's a little bit of stamping on the white. No stamping on the designer paper. Oh. Oh, that's the same as this one. Should I do it that way? Maybe I should do it that way. The little mushrooms on there are cute. I'm going to do it that way. Just so you know that the paper, no matter what size you put it on, it can work. Oh, and let me show you the other combos. So, you know this combo, which we've used both times. Then there's this side. I think that's good only if you're doing mushroom card. Then there's this combo. That's pretty. Then there's this combo, and that's really pretty. So I think all the combos would work. Okay, so this piece is going to be stamped like this one. So let's put the green, granny apple green leaves. Oh, and then the little ladybug, we'll do that in just a minute. So granny apple, and little bug body. And that's done and pebbled. Hope I didn't leave on much room. Well, he could be on a leaf. He's going to be crawling right there. And the bug body, are you like, wait a minute, what's going on here? I'm sure you are. I'll show you. So here's a little ladybug. This is a mushroom top or ladybug body. Oh, cute, huh? Look at it on here. Stamped ladybug body. That could be a mushroom top or a ladybug, the wings. Okay, so this one is done. This could get stuck in here. Oh my gosh, we're almost done. I'm kidding. We had to do the mushrooms. Ooh, that looks really good on there. And then with the bright mushrooms, oh yeah. Okay, so that. Let's connect these. Oh, that's the base. So when you get your kit, you notice that the die cut pieces are already die cut. And if I could do something for you, you know I always do double bows. The double bows will come, the bling will come done. Not going to stamp on the gray yet, but if ever you get your pieces and you're like, you gave me dirty pieces, it's just, my plates are really old and they have, I use washi tape all the time, and I think it's just a little washi tape residue, but with an eraser, it all comes off. And I use temporary adhesive, and the plan is give it a twist and it'll come right off. And then this little bit, if you're like, well, I wanted to stamp there, if you just rub it, it comes off. Okay. Let's see. So let's start here. So the words, how about if they say that the magical, you are magical. You are magical. Because the ones we're copying, this one here, just a little thank you. That's nice too. So you are magical. Go right there in Pebbled Path. I have a big stamp pad, but it's being busy on some project box somewhere. A little bit crooked, but that's okay. It's going to have all these bright colors around it. So that is going to go right onto here. And I'll put it on with just one dimensional. I'll put more underneath it in a few minutes. But for now, it's going to hold it in its place. And the mushrooms can build around it. With the one dimensional, I could tuck in the mushroom stems. Those have to be trimmed. Can't be, they could be a little bit in the way of the words. not too much, just like that. Okay, and what else this is paper for stamping. Oh, and I have a few other things to show you. Those are the gems. So, Terrific Toadstools bundle, Spotlight on Nature. The dies are Grow with Love. This is the herb set, and I'm using the word label from this bundle. But this bundle also includes a gift card holder. And look how you could put a baker's twine on it and do that wrap-up thing like the old days. And a little circle, because there's a stamp that is in the shape of a circle and that perfectly fits it. And over here, we will be using Soft Waves, which is a new embossing folder, and that is for the front of the card. You probably noticed it was textured. Oh, you could really see it on here. And we'll be using transparent adhesive back dots. And I think these were meant to go with the Mediterranean suite. And designer paper, Toadstool Garden designer paper 6x6 pack, and you've seen all the different prints. Because it's a polymer stamp set, I will use my pad, and all of these things are in the mini catalog. And I think the paper might be in Celebration. Hold on. Yeah, it's on page 8 in the catalog. For free. That's fun. For free. Okay, so let's get stamping some things. So it's going to be, the front will be like this. So I'll do, let's see, how about, this one could primarily be pumpkin pie. So, or how about the little ones? How about the little ones, these here in pumpkin pie? Poppy Parade could be for the rest of them. Just because I use Poppy Parade on all of them. I guess it's just a good fit. Okay, so that, and that is with this. So I'll stamp this right here. And one hint, if you have this stamp set, is to not push too hard. The foam pad, any pad that you have is good, just because the polymer stamp set, unlike the red rubber has a little foam pad to get you a good image. This stamps, just a minute, cling stamp set. See how this has the little foam pad? So you can always use the foam pad, but polymer, you really need to use the foam pad. You just get a better result. Uh-oh. Do over. So that could go there. So the reason I mentioned don't push too hard is because at first I did push too hard on some of them, and notice how in the mushroom there's these little dots. If you press too hard, you'll get the center of the dots, and you don't want that. See, that's just medium pressure, and it comes out just fine. Okay, what else do we have on here? We have the big one, the kind of pointed top one, and the striped one. Big and Poppy Parade. And I'm going to do it separate because there's a punch to punch this out. So stamp, medium pressure, up. So I still have all my dots. And this one. And one thing of note, where if you have the stamp set, you'll probably figure it out soon enough, is You notice how I did this one with the stems? These I'm doing separate. There's a punch to punch these out. And if I had a stem on it, that would create a problem. So I'm doing just the mushroom cap. And then also another thing is if you're gonna hand cut these, if you had the stem going on there, you would be able to see the Poppy Parade ink through the Pebbled Path brown gray ink. Okay, so let's try that. This is gonna be hand cut. Okay, where's that punch? Here's the punch. These little post-its are important. I'll show you why here in a minute. So there's the punch. So it punches out the large one, the pointy top one, and the stem. So I'm going to turn it over. And this is why the post-its are important. If I were to punch out the big one right now, I would mess up all of that paper. Therefore, I will take this. And now, if you try to put it in, you can't really maneuver it. So, Post-it to the rescue. And what's interesting about this punch, which I think I like, is punches it out, and you're like, look how perfectly I punched that. There's no white edge. It leaves it right there. It punches a little bit smaller, which some people love it. Other people are like, I don't know about that. But it certainly is convenient. And same with this one. So I'm looking at the mushroom underneath for alignment. I'm looking at this part right down here for alignment. There it is. And it leaves a little behind. Okay, and then the stem, let's put the stem on there. The stem is going to be in Pebbled Path. And it is this one. See, if I had the full-size stamp, I think it'd be a little bit smoother. This you kind of see the linen top in it. Same process. Put it onto the Post-it. Grab the punch. And this leaves quite a bit behind. Look how much it left behind. See if you can see it better there. Well, it's hard to see it. There you can. And there's the stem. Okay, so I have a few pieces already cut out, and I'm unsure of what else needs to be cut out and what else we need. So let's just start building the front of the card. Everything gets all jammed up. So the front is a big one. And I'll put that on with dimensionals. Should I leave my little pink Post-it? No. Okay, so that is going to go right there. Okay, and then this one, the pointy topped one, Tony's trying to get everything done before his knee replacement in a week. Okay, so this This one could go there. You know, I really like these colors together. That one could go like that. So you know what I noticed is I hand cut these, and see how there's a little white edge? I kind of like that better. And there's a white edge here. It's hard to differentiate the large one from the pointy top one because there's not the white edge. I think it's going to be just fine. Okay, so here's the stem. You're like, well, what you going to do there? I'm going to cut it because you won't see it behind the word label. But we'll do that in just a minute. Let me see what I have already made. And these were hand cut, stamped and hand cut. Nothing fancy. So there is this one. So now you know why I cut this separate. It's because it's going to set right up into there, and then I'll trim it right here. So there, and it gets trimmed right here. So I'll put some glue here and glue there. Tuck it in, then adjust it. Okay, and then the rest of it is going to go right down here. That's a little bit shorter than this one. That's okay. So this just gets glued. And I'm trying to keep the same kind of direction of the stem. Like if the stem is up here, it comes down at this angle. Let's put one of these on because I think it's going to cover up some of that. Oh, these words are longer. Well, it could be over here. Okay, I'm thinking that's a better fit for it. Let's see about this little one. Oh, that's going to cover up that just fine. And this one can be here. Maybe I could do two of them. Otherwise, it's a whole bunch of puppy parade. Okay, let's do this one. So, trim it right there. Glue on the mushroom. Glue on the textured paper, and then have it hide. The cut end hide underneath the word label. That's good. And this one could go down here. Okay. This one will wait until we know how the I think it needs to be down there. That's what you get for changing up your plan, huh? I think right there is the best. So glue, dimensional, dimensional glue. Stick. Okay, and then there's this one. I should have had more of a plan, huh? Looks a little absent down here. Well, this one could go lower. There, that looks better. Okay, dimensional. And mini dimensional. And I'll hold it up here in just a minute. Right now it's making me nervous. It's like, oh, this isn't working out. Then the little mini mushroom stem. That's better. That one's going to be fine there. Maybe a ladybug? I like the bright color though. That kind of has two dimensionals on it, because there's a dimensional underneath the textured paper and a dimensional underneath the words. Two dimensionals. Oh, Bo is so funny. I could tell he's upside down. He's laying on the couch, and all of a sudden I hear these noises, and I know he's upside down. Okay, that's looking good. Oh, we still have the little dots to put on too. Something is missing here. What about the ladybug mushroom? Little greenery. Oh, that might work, but I'll have to hand cut it. Well, embrace your hand cutting. So this is going to be like the paper. I'm just thinking that that's not enough paper. This is going to be like the greenery when you're going on your walk. Oh, I should have used the fern embossing folder. Cutting. You see how things get so busy on me? Oh, that's cute. Have it kind of hiding underneath there a little. Does it need one more? You know, it adds a little zip of color, because otherwise the fresh freesia and then the pebbled path and granite, they're kind of a monochromatic. And the designer, the wood grain paper, then all the colors in the mushrooms, and now these little leaves. And there it is. Okay, so that one looks good there. Maybe just like that. Oh, they're going the same direction. Bo, bo, bo. I hear you. No, you have to wait. It's cold out there. It's raining. Okay, that one looks good there. He's saying, I don't want to wait. I know. There. I hear you. He's gonna come nudge my arm. Okay, so that looks better. Okay, come on, come on, come on, you can go out. Come on. Okay, yeah, that's okay. And we'll see, maybe a ladybug needs to be wandering through here. What about the dots? Let's put these dots on. Oh, that looks good with the leaves. You might have thought I planned that, huh? That was just a scramble. Okay, that's good. Better, better. Okay, so the front is done with maybe the addition of a ladybug. So let's see, the inside is this one. Stamp that. Oh, this gets attached. Okay. And that will go right there. Glue. And dimensionals. Everything wants dimensionals. I'm doing things the way I'd like to do them, like dimensionals on everything, because I'll be mailing you the card kit and you get to put dimensionals on. Trying to mail stuff, sometimes it gets really expensive when it's thick. Okay, so the green really goes together with that green. So the back, that one's fun, but I decided on this other back. Oh, that's good. Okay, so how to get two of these? This one could go here, and I'll do the pointy top one. There's that. And how about pointy top one in Poppy Parade, and I'll hand cut it. It's quick. Okay, don't push too hard, just a little push. It's a little sloppy. That's better. So I need just this one. Do you like hand cutting? Or do you just tolerate it? Or do you really not like it? I've had stampers that are all different ways. You never know. Okay, so there's that one. 2 mushrooms. Done with this. Done with that. And, okay, so I'm in good shape here. Did I stick down the garden? Yeah. So pop in by to say hi. I'm going to do it a little bit low. Just because I don't want it to be seen from right here. I don't want the top of the words to be seen. I probably didn't need to do it that low. it's straight. Now this part is a little bit of a challenge because it requires a little bit of guessing. So I'm going to have it way down at the bottom because that will not be seen when the card is closed, and as in the middle as I can. So way down at the bottom, just a little border at the bottom. See that little bit of a border? Now the challenging part is, how do you stamp this one? And there's a little bit of give to it, but I want to stamp on the pad, but I don't want to get ink on the pad. Therefore, the pad is going to go right there. Okay, so this is how much I want to stamp. Okay. See how it goes. And if you're doing this and you're like, no, how'd you do that? You just have to remember you always have more white paper. Middle, a little bit low. Okay, see, now I don't know if I have it up too high. I don't know if it's right in the middle. But when I put it on here, my fingers are crossed that, okay, I'm not going to look at this right now. This is right here, right where I want it. How does it line up? Not so good. It's too high. But even if you had to, you could put the mushrooms there. So I'm going to drop it a little bit lower. I think that's fine because these match up, and that, I think that's okay. So I'm not going to mess with it anymore. I'm going to just be grateful I got it kind of centered. Okay, it's centered from here to here. That matches up. Okay, now I just need a mini stem and pebbled. Pebbled path, my favorite color. I don't want it to go away in May. Where to put this? How about right there? And I'm basing that just on this. I probably should have put this one on here. Well, I probably should start with the mushroom caps. So that goes, this can go right about here. And I want it kind of slanty because these are kind of crazy mushrooms. Now this one, because the stem is on, this one should go pretty easy. So this is a really fun bundle, as you could tell from all the samples. Did I really need to do that many? No. But it's fun. Okay, so a little bit of glue right here. Then glue at the bottom of the stem. And look at that, it covered up. If I didn't get those, this white die cut piece lined up with that, this is exactly what I would have done. Convenient that it worked out like that. I think we're almost done. I know there's a few struggles in there, but it's okay. If I do struggles, that means you don't have to do struggles. You could just choose an easier way, or don't do what I did. Okay, so there it is. And I really like the bright color against the softer colors. Okay, thanks for watching. Let me know if you have any questions, and I hope you have a great day. Thanks.